I say, if this is your first time here, hi, I am Mana. I am a tarot and oracle card reader. I am also clairaudient. I like to listen to music when I'm looking at cards, and I pulled some cards for us. Oh, if my face is any indication, stick around. With that being said, I don't own any of the rights to these songs, just a random shuffle of stuff from my playlist. So first song up, Ghost Imperium. So yes, I did card pulling ahead of time. So I did new past life oracles, and I also did new mystical shaman oracles, and I also have new Twin Flame Ascension. So at least those three that I'm going to get through. I may review the owl as well, because that is actually the first card from the mystical shaman oracle deck, if I could find that. I may not do it if it ends up taking up too much time. And as always, guys, be mindful. Next year, 2025, is the year of the snake. So that card popped up again as well. So I don't know how many of you guys are returning viewers, but if you are, hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for coming back, by the way. The ones of you guys that watched the one from last night, I hope that you guys started doing the work. Like, seriously, I hope that that was like a wake-up call for you to be like, okay, I get it. I don't need any more messages. I'm gonna start doing the work. Yeah, we might not do the owl. I'm having a hard time finding it. I have so many notes, as you guys can see, that I have constantly taken for us since I started doing all this. So yeah, maybe the next reading. But anyway, let's just go ahead and jump into it then. Just more card time for you guys. So I'm going to do the ritual real quick. I do a 4-part elemental ritual for you guys that have not been here and don't know. For you guys that do know, you know what's about to happen. So I'm going to do the ones I did last night, because honestly, I feel like they were nice. The energy today was decent. Let me know how your day was. Leave a comment and let me know. This is Metallica, The Unforgiven 2. And that's one band that I have not had the pleasure of seeing yet. You know what? Why am I doing this? I made you guys a candle for financial wealth and love with a little red and green food coloring. So I'm sitting here using a lighter. Work smarter, not harder. And that's what we all need to be in. That's what kind of energy needs to be happening, as my cat sneezes in confirmation. So this one right here is the new one. And I looked up a little bit about it, and it's heavily used in rituals and things like that. It's very good for cleansing. So if you're into that whole incense burning thing, this is a good one for you. I think I'm gonna just do that one for tonight. All right, so let's get into these cards. Like I said, the first one, the owl. Every time I see this, it just makes me think of wisdom, honestly. That, and also like a familiar. Like, I mean, like in Harry Potter, for instance. Something that's there helping you and guiding you, giving you more wisdom. So the number at the top is 39. Added together, it's 12, and then it singles down to 3. 3 are the Ascendant Masters, and they have been here the entire time telling you. If you've been here and seen previous readings, you know damn well they've been basically screaming at you, and as of lately, creating moments in your life to wake you the hell up, to send you down a journey, to wake you up, to have an awakening, to start your path. For some of you guys, you just weren't getting it, so the universe had to step in and intervene. It was divine intervention time. 39. You're being helped by the Ascendant Masters, who are strongly encouraging you to work on your life purpose right now, which is why they've been so loud and like trying to grab your attention in anything you can think of. One of the previous cards from Twin Ascension deck was signs. They're sending you signs. They're sending them to you through numbers. If you're seeing repeat numbers, they're sending them to you maybe through songs, television, billboards, maybe even you overhearing someone's conversation or something. Just anything that grabs your attention for some reason, you need to be present. You need to pay attention. They have been trying to communicate with you for a while now. 12. Keep your thoughts positive about the future, as what you're thinking influences your future. This is a message to keep your faith and hope strong, because these are strong determining factors right now. Faith. Constant. Faith. You gotta have it. 3, the Ascendant Masters are helping you. Usually this means an Ascendant Master you feel close to. For example, Jesus, Kuan Yin, a saint, or some other spiritual religious figure. And as of late, it's been divine feminine deities, high priestesses, goddesses. Like, they have been heavily around lately. So if you are into maybe Celtic or Irish culture, mythology, folklore, look into that. The Morgan is a divine feminine energy from that. A new card that popped up for us tonight was Asia. I have not seen this one yet. So maybe look into, you know, ancient China, Japanese, India, you know, stuff like that. There's a lot of wisdom to be learned from things, from history and time periods like that. Specifically, if you are a person that is into spirituality, then Asia is going to be a good one for you. Witches, you already know. So that's part of the wisdom, maybe looking into stuff like that. So if you are into past lives or starseed energies, some of that stuff might make something go off in your head and make you realize something about yourself. Worst case scenario, you will gain wisdom. You'll gain some form of knowledge about this stuff. It might come in handy at some point in time. But ow, yes. The next card is lightning. And the number is 30 at the top. Once again, singles down to 3. So there's the 3 with the Ascendant Masters again. They are heavy. When I saw this, because this is a brand new card as well, I instantly thought about, like, if you look, it's an orb of light. To me, that's spirit. Your spirit. Charge, energy. If you look at it, there's so much energy moving around in it. That's that high priestess energy that you have the capability of tapping into. You got to learn how to do that shadow work, though, because if you look also, yeah, there's a lot of light, but there's also a lot of darkness back there as well. You got to get that shadow side under control, so that power that you are getting does not get out of control and end up basically like making you self-destruct on yourself, because you don't know how to handle what's about to happen. What the Ascendant Masters, what the Divine is doing at this time. They are taking control. They're testing you right now. They're about to give you a lot of power and a lot of choices. And you got to figure out what you're going to do with it. Are you going to learn how to harness that power and that energy and tap into yourself and use it for something productive, not just for you, but also to put back into the world the God consciousness energy of everything? Are you going to be part of the collective and give to it and make it stronger? Or are you going to not know what to do with it and let it destroy you? And this is Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon. By the way, full moon happened this morning, so we're in that full moon energy right now. Another layer of power. So 30. I already told you what 3 was, but 30 is you are fully supported by God. And my voice is doing that thing again tonight. I feel like every time I have some positive news to give you guys, That's all of a sudden when my voice starts doing this stuff. It's so weird because it doesn't do it any other time. But 30, you are fully supported by God and the Ascendant Masters. Step forward confidently in the direction of your dreams. And I did not finish the ritual, by the way, so that might be something that's happening at this time. So I did the fire, I blew it out, that was the air. I have the earth because I'm still working with the same crystals, but I'm going to put a clove because I am communicating with you. And apparently something doesn't want me to because it's affecting my voice at this time. And then I have my Florida water. So now the ritual is complete. Thank you, ADHD. And thank you guys for sticking around while I just had that happen. So 30, like I said, you're fully supported by God and the Ascendant Masters. Step forward confidently in the direction of your dreams. And did you guys just notice how my voice changed? The Hunter, because that is the next stage of life. After this whole hardship situation, this breakdown and going down to the foundation and building yourself and your life back up, you are now the hunter. You get to go out into life and hunt for what you want. That's why you have to start making decisions. That's why you have to start moving and letting the universe know which direction that you want to go. The hunter goes after what they want. Even if that's just sitting up and waiting and making a plan. They're always proactively doing something in preparation for when that moment comes, when that big game comes, or whatever they need to get to survive, that opportunity presents themselves. They are there and they are ready. They are trained. They did what they have to do to get the game. That's you. 27, 9. Get to work, light workers, now, baby steps, any steps. And that's why you're able to be the hunter. You're taking the time to make the baby steps. Like I said, passport, pack some things, take a course, write some things down, daydream even, just something. Make that job application, put that dating profile out. Like whatever you are looking for, now is the time to actively start taking steps to go after it. Yes, you are in that divine feminine energy, so where you have done the work and things are going to come to you. But at the same time, you can't just sit and do nothing and expect for all this stuff to just fall into your lap. You have to be an active participant. If you're not, then that just makes you, what do they call them, NPC? Are you a non-player character in the situation, or are you the main character? Are you player one in the situation? You should be. You're the hunter. This is goal fast enough. So if you want those changes to come in here fast enough, you need to get to work. It's got the deer. It's got the bear. I think there's an eagle or a hawk in it. It's just a balance of everything at this time. The bear energy is the planning. Deer represents beauty, among other things. And the hawk told you last night, there's an important message. Pay attention. 27, congratulations. Your optimism is attracting wonderful situations and relationships. Stay positive as this attitude is working in your favor. So congratulations. Hopefully some of you guys started cutting through the bullshit, whether it was your own or other people's. You're cutting through the situation and you're seeing what is really going on. You're starting to realize maybe there's some things you need to change about yourself. You didn't want to face it, but now you've been put into a situation where you have no other choice but to face it. Or something about someone else. The situation, like right through it, like a knife through butter, a hot knife through butter. That's what's going on in this situation. You're finally starting to see things clear. Using that knife to cut through the bullshit and go hunt. 6, I already know. Financial concerns. materialism. Cut through the worry of that, because that's what that means. Give it away to the angels. Give it away to the Most High. Now is not the time to think about that. If you are hunting, you're not going to attract what you want if it's finances or materialism by worrying about it, because you worrying about it is putting that same type of energy out into the world, and the world is like, okay, the universe, Most High, God is like, okay, that's what you're focused on. You're correct. I'm going to create a situation so that it happens fast enough to prove to you that, yes, you are correct. You don't have it. You're not going to have it. All these problems you're focused on, I'm just going to give you some more, because that's what you keep focusing on. So if you want something different, then you got to learn how to cut that shit out. For example, cut it out. Cut those bad habits out of your life. Cut those people out of your life. Cut that ingrained conditioning that you got going on in your head that is making you miss out on life. And use it instead to go after the things you want, because next year is the year of the snake. 2025, I've mentioned it so many times, I'm not going to do it again. It's going to be a good year. Whatever you put out into the world is going to be reflected back to you. All the hard work you did, that wisdom that you worked to get in yourself, in your situation, it's coming. Ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom, that's going to come into play as well. It's supposed to be a year where we're really going to figure out how deeply connected we all are. Like the snakes too. How deeply connected we all are, the interconnectedness of everything. And that's why this God consciousness has just got to be like to where it needs to be moving into the future. 46 is down to 10. 10 is the number of completion, which I've mentioned many times, because this card keeps on popping up, and it's popping up for a reason. 1, next year, 2025. 2, people, sneaky people, snakes in the grass situation. Pay attention to what is going on around you. Use that wisdom and hunt these people and these situations that want to slither through your life and fuck it up for you. They gotta go. Use that knife to cut the head off the snake and be done with it. It's time. This is the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, and the song is called Maps. You got the wisdom. You got literally the tool. And, I mean, you're the wisdom of the hunter. You have the tools to be able to cut the head off. You're an owl. They hunt them naturally. Come on. 2 hunters right off the bat that will gladly mess a snake up. So next year, move into that. Using that wisdom. Cutting through the bullshit. Sweating out all the stuff you need to get rid of. Did I read the number for 46? I didn't. I know it has to do with materialism because the 6. But I will read it again. I read it last night because some of you guys are still really worried about finances, and I get it. It's the time of the year where, you know, it's Christmas and holiday season, so naturally people spend more than what they normally do. Not to mention tax season is coming up. So there is a lot of thinking about money at this time, whether you want to or not. It just naturally happens during the cycle of the year. But please, find a way to map out your life. Make a plan for your life and say yeah to you. Cut the head off the snake. Hunt the snake. Sweat out all the bullshit you don't need anymore. 46, by the way. The angels are saying to you, keep your thoughts focused upon the spiritual self and your divine source for everything. Give any material worries to us. So once again, you're supposed to be focused on yourself, and you're supposed to let them worry about the situation, because they already took control of it, as mentioned before. And if you saw the reading from last night, the divine is orchestrating things right now. Jesus has taken the wheel, and it's not your choice anymore. Your choice at this point in time is, what are you going to do with what they've done? The situation that you're in right now, what are you going to do? Are you going to be the hunter? Are you going to use that wisdom and hunt the snake? Cut the head off and get that situation going. Harness that power and be everything you need to be for yourself and for the collective. Sweat out all the bullshit. Are you going to keep worrying about this materialism and get off, of course, of what's really important, which is yourself, your passions, healing your inner child, and nurturing the relationships that are nurturing you, the reciprocation, living in your authenticity. If materialism is your authenticity, then you got to do a little bit more digging. And this is the alarm, by the way. Thunder is alarming you. You need to sweat this situation out. So Sweat Lodge 54, 9, get to work. Once again, small steps at least. Get to work. Small steps on figuring out how to get rid of the stuff that you need to purge out of your life at this time. Like I said, whether they're behaviors, people, situations, whatever, a job, anything that is not beneficial for you, and you know what it is, you're fighting it maybe. Maybe you don't want to let it go. You just don't want to. But as mentioned before, the divine is in control right now. You're going to keep resisting. They're going to make it worse until you finally get it and you start purging and getting rid of the stuff that you need to get rid of. Sweat Lodge, spirituality as well. Do that by connecting with them. This is Joy Division. Love will tear us apart. So, number 54. The angels are guiding and supporting you as you make healthy and necessary changes in your life. If that ain't perfect, because you got to get rid of some stuff. They're telling you literally you got to sweat it out and purge it. But at this time, they're here to support you as you make these choices, these changes, these healthy, necessary choices and changes for your life. It has to happen. They're alarming you at this time. It has to happen. That's 56, which is 11 and then 2. And I will read all of those numbers. But seriously, please listen. They're so loud about it at this time. If you've been here and you've been paying attention, they are so loud about it. I'm hearing about it constantly for you guys. Constantly. Sometimes I feel like a broken record, but I signed up for this shit. So here I am again, trying to wake you guys up and tell you the importance of getting rid of this stuff. I have never seen this card. This is the first time it's popped up. Tonight's reading has had a lot of firsts in it. But last night's reading was the first reading that I've ever done for the collective where the divine was like, enough already. They need to know who's in control right now, and it's not them. So even if you have done what you need to, because I can tell you, same, I've done what I need to do. Even if you've done what you need to do, there's still going to be some level of hardship that's happening right now. A growing pain that's going to happen right now for you. And however you choose to handle it is how much it's going to affect you ultimately. It could be a mountain or a molehill, depending on how you choose to handle whatever's going on for you. Different people have different situations, of course. But now is the time that is alarming you, or us, that it's time to get rid of some things. We all could become a better version of ourselves. Life is always about growing, shedding old versions of yourself and growing with the wisdom, the strong roots and foundation that you have. And every year, just like the trees and the plants outside, dormancy, come back in the spring, stronger, better, bigger, more beautiful. And your life is supposed to be coming together to create a masterpiece at this time. You're supposed to be co-creating the shit with the universe and the angels. They want to help you get there. 56s, I bet you got to do with those finances again, because the 6s always do. 56. As you go through changes with your home life, because some of you guys are moving and transitioning. Some of you guys are going through divorce at this time. That was mentioned as well. Whole lives being turned upside down at this time. That may have something to do with your home. You may have to give up your home. You may be moving in with a new love interest, or you may be traveling to get a new job and just moving. So, something with home life is in the mix at this time. As you go through changes with your home life, your career, and your relationships, because all of them, across the board, every 3 that I just mentioned are all been mentioned in the last month repeatedly in some way, shape, or form. Relationships, your home life, your career life, finances as well. Stay focused on your inner spirit's growth. So once again, that soul tie connection with the divine and working on yourself and your spiritual connection at this time. Find the blessing with each change you're experiencing. So it's like that saying, to enjoy the journey. You're going to get to the destination sooner or later, but most of what life is about is the journey. You got to learn how to enjoy it as you go throughout it. The angels are telling you loud and clear, get rid of the shit so you can cut through all the BS. And next year, you get to call the shots. And this is either you want it by the royal bloods. So either you want it or you don't. Like, do you want it or not? So come and get it. That's what they're telling you. So come and get it. So I think I got through all of those. I do believe. The thunder was the last one. Let me read 11 and 2 for you really quick. All right. 11. Stay positive. Your thoughts are materializing rapidly, so you want to ensure positive outcomes by focusing only on the good within yourself, others in this situation. So get yourself out of your head, please, and thank you. You should have been working on it. Sweat that bullshit out. You got to keep your thoughts as positive as you can right now. You're manifesting things. You don't even realize it probably. There's this thing I recently learned. We're talking about how if you can hold a thought or a vibration for 17 seconds, then that basically will tell the universe that you want more of that. I've been practicing it since I learned it, which was a couple of days ago, and it seems to work. So maybe try that. Either you want it or you don't. Try it. 17 seconds of focusing on something. So if you want something positive or something's happening around you that's positive, stop and be present in that moment and feel it. Feel the positive moment. Feel how you feel when it's happening. Don't just have the moment and then immediately move on. Stop and smell the fucking roses. Come on, that's what life is about. 17 seconds, you can give it. Hug somebody for 17 seconds. I mean, something. You can listen to a song for 17 seconds. Play with your kids for 17 seconds. Pet your dog for 17 seconds. I could go on and on about things you could do for 17 seconds that will probably attract more of it. Watch me for 17 seconds. I couldn't resist. But yeah, so too. Everything's fine and will continue to be so. Keep believing, especially since your feelings of hope lead to more positive outcomes. The angels can buoy your faith, if you'll ask them for help. So please do. They really want you to talk. Use your wisdom and work on that relationship. Matter of fact, they want you to work on it so much so that they came through on the past life cards to tell you about it. Hey, work on it. The angels said so. Like, they're here. They want to let you know. They're like, okay, in case you didn't get it, let's show up in a card for you. Hey, we want you to work on it. Please. Nurture that inner light in yourself. It's burning. It's ready to take on life. It's ready to burn life down for you in the best ways. But in the meantime, some of you guys are dealing with them karmic relationships. And by that, that means you have relationships in your life that are teaching you lessons right now. Usually karmic relationships are the tests. Usually twin flames are not karmic relationships. So people that have been brought into your life that have done things to you, these are karmic relationships. They have had soul contracts with you to come into your life and do things to teach you lessons. And some of you guys may be going through that right now, as mentioned before. This is Lizzo, good as hell. You need to get into that energy, that good as hell energy. If you don't love me anymore, then I'm gonna walk my ass out the door. Like, tired of the bullshit. Keep it moving. Yes, Lord. Like, for real. If you're dealing with karmic relationships, and this looks more like about romance, so that must be probably what it's hitting on. But really, any relationship in your life that's a karmic relationship. If you need advice, let me simplify. If they treat you like shit, they gotta go. You got that wisdom, remember? You're magic. Sweat their ass right on out of your life. Snakes gotta go. Cut them heads off and hunt the hell out of them. So you can start feeling good as hell. They are alarming you to go ahead and do it. They told you. Trying to tell you, man. Come on, time to use that wisdom. These relationships, time to focus on you. Lizzo is just up in here channeling for you guys. Boss up and change your life and get rid of this shit. The angels are here to tell you that. Go ahead. You work on you. You let them do what they need to do. They are intervening at this time with these people, with these situations, with your money, with your love. You are to focus on the people that are focusing on you at this time as well. If you have people that are popping up in your life and they're showing up for you through actions, they're not talking about it, they're being about it, then invest in that. If they're being reciprocal, because you're in your high priestess, high priest energy at this time. Remember, those are the things that are coming to you when you're putting yourself out there. You're getting those people. You got your balanced energy now inside of yourself. So you're confident like this song is. You're like, fuck that. I don't need you, or you. I have myself and I balance myself out inside of myself. I have my relationship. Built myself up through trust and faith. Nurtured myself and my inner child. So now I'm feeling good as hell. I built a community with my spiritual team and myself. I gained that wisdom from these damn lessons, these karmic damn relationships. When I was having those tower moments, and this is you guys. So let me change it. When you were having those tower moments, a lot of you probably did have to dig deep and build that spiritual connection or that religious connection. And this is Eminem higher. And when you did so, you had to have extreme trust and faith in something, because your life was falling apart. Angels all in the background moving shit around, sometimes causing it on purpose, because the whole purpose was for you to find that in yourself. Like, for real. Like, these lyrics, I don't even know if I can, they don't have them on here, but he's like, where am I supposed to go from here? Really, no, I have no idea. He's like, all I know is every time I hit my ceiling, I go higher than I've ever fucking been. So basically, every time you were pushed up against a corner or backed into the wall, and put into those situations where you got to rely on yourself, that is when you have to balance it out. You have to go within yourself, and you have to be that for yourself, because no one else is doing it for you. Maybe, like I said, the spiritual connection, having that trust and faith, because you're working on it. Once again, heavy on it. Heavy on it. You will always have them and yourself. So do that work. Use that wisdom. They're telling you to wake the fuck up and do it, please. So next year, You can be the hunter, as mentioned. But where you're supposed to go from here is balancing out that energy that you got within yourself, so you are enough for yourself. That card too, the Twin Flame Ascension card from the other night, 1111. You are enough. You're doing the karmic debt right now at this point because of that wake-up call that you're going through with the divine intervene with some of these situations, and you have to now do it for yourself. You have to nurture yourself. So those are the new cards for the past life deck and the mystical shaman. I have some new Twin Flame Ascension cards. What time is it? Oh, 35. Okay, not too bad. Maybe I'll keep my glasses on so I can keep up with time for you guys, huh? All right, first one. Soul merger. Exactly. That's what you guys have been doing, or what you started doing once you got the wake-up call. Or in this case, if you're just now here and this is your first time, then hey, congratulations. Either you've been doing the work or you stayed because you realize that you need to. Either way, past, present versions of yourself intertwining, becoming one, clearing all those blockages up so that you can ascend. Your soul merger, you're doing the work, you're going with life right now. Like I said, the divine is doing it. You just got to go with it. You have to go with the ebb and flow of life right now and figure out where the hell you're supposed to go from here, from these relationships. But I already told you what you need to do is nurturing yourself and balancing out your own energy and working on that relationship. So when you get that soul merger happening and you heal yourself and you've balanced out the energy for yourself and you are enough for yourself, you go higher than you ever fucking been before. You're enough for yourself. Usually that's when you end up attracting your soulmate. This is Drake, Kanye West, Lil Wayne, and Eminem forever. Yeah, you're forever. You're forever, ever, forever, ever. Your soulmate, because you did the work. You did the work, so you're attracting them to you with that divine feminine energy that you use to heal yourself and balance yourself out. Now you can use that energy to put out into the world and help other people. You're not to do it for them. Help them with that wisdom. Especially if they're your forever ever person, they probably already did the work themselves. They probably have had their own situations. So that's soulmate energy popping up, clearing core wounds. Yes. Once you clear those core wounds and you work on that relationship of nurturing yourself and your inner child, then you will indeed clear them to be able to attract your soulmate to you. Two souls becoming one, man. The mirror of you out there waiting to be there. And some of you guys may already be with your twin flame. You guys may have just had a rough patch or something like that. Because that's happening as well. But as I've mentioned, some of y'all are going through divorce right now. And you are putting that away. You're like, I'm shutting that shit down. No. No, no, no. I learned from that. Just because it happened, I want the next thing forever, ever. I want the soulmate forever, ever. So, with the soulmate energy, you're also having a twin flame facilitator coming into your life. And these, because I have one, and you can have more than one. These people are kind of like a soulmate or a twin flame, but they are people that are usually friends or business collaboration partners and things of that. They can also be family members, but basically they're just someone in your life that makes you go through ascension, but in a good way. They trigger things within you so that you grow, but they're patient and understanding. Those are going to be the people that you're going to want in your circle that you can trust, because they are also working on things. You guys are there to help each other grow and expand at that point in time. Now, usually the facilitator is not your soulmate, but according to all the readings and the energy of next year, there's supposed to be just love everywhere. Weddings mentioned so many times. babies so many times. So the soulmate forever ever energy is out there, but so are the connections with other people, specifically, like I said, career, finance, heavy. That Pluto in Aquarius 20-year, I want this shit forever ever into my retirement shit. That's what this twin flame facilitator energy is about. So look at these two last ones. High Priest and the Holy Grail. Come on now. You got the code to the Matrix. Got that Holy Grail cup. The gifts. All of that coming into the future. Of course it is. In that High Priest energy. Come on now. Personal empowerment. You're getting it. You're doing the work. I mean, if you have two people like this in your life, that your soulmate helping you hold it down and your circle of people helping you hold it down, no wonder your personal power is there and growing. But first and foremost, you can't rely on them, because all of this, if you remember, is supposed to happen after the soul merger, after the work from the falling apart of the karmic relationships, and then rebuilding that relationship with the divine, who at this time is loud and clear and just doing their thing and telling you you got to trust them. Now it's time for you to focus on yourself and nurturing yourself and balancing out your energy for next year. Go with the flow and let them handle the materialism and the finance, and work on yourself. Work on yourself. These people will come in to help you. But like I said, it usually happens once you've done the work for yourself first. So you have that personal empowerment. Trust me, personal empowerment attracts people. You have found the way. Where are those cards at? I know it's going to use it sooner or later. You, by doing that and sweating on all that shit you need to get rid of, that's where that is. You see all that power around him? That's this. And he's got one in each hand. So you're learning how to control this. You got the dark and the light. And you know how to manipulate them both to make your future happen. So I am really, really happy with these cards. I'm so tempted to do a tarot really quick. Please. Okay. I should have just left it there, but I just couldn't help myself. This is David Bowie, Cat People. Putting out fires with gasoline. All right. What are a few cards you can give the collective to close out this reading? And thank you so much for all the messages you have given so far. Sounds very encouraging. I hope that the collective is satisfied and got what they needed from this time. Do the work, guys. Come on, you got this. I'm telling you, we're really excited for you guys, for real. Oh, did that same thing last night, but it ended up being a card that did flip. Okay, once again, no card. I'm telling you, if it ends up being another situation to where I do this and then all of a sudden a card does pop up like it did last night, I'm telling you, repeat cycle. All right, maybe I can get us one this time. Thanks for hanging in there. There we go. All right. Ooh, I like that. I was kind of just want to leave that one alone. I feel like cards want to come, but then my reflexes are catching it too quick. Oh, all right, come on now. All right. So the first two, I don't even know if I want to take any more after that because I like these two, but all right, the first two, King of Pentacles, security. mature, successful, wealthy business person, bettering yourself. You're not taking risks anymore. You're building your empire and you're thriving. Developing a higher status in life, stability, you're ambitious, discipline, probably because you have that spiritual connection. That takes a lot of discipline for sure. Practical, you're reliable, you're enterprising, and you're someone that is at this time focused on your finance. And of course you are. That's what things have been saying about the collective. You guys are focused on finances. But if you do the work and give it away to the angels and the Most High to deal with that and make the plan for you while you work on yourself, then you will get the security. That's what you got to do. And the prosperity, by the way. The Ace of Pentacles. Come on, King and Ace of Pentacles. Yes, prosperity. New beginnings, opportunity, wealth, abundance, growth, stability, security, material gain, success, investments. Of course you are, you business person, wealthy business person. Security at the top of this card, but mentioned in this one. So double shot of security in your life because you're going to have all that material gain to be able to take it to your retirement. Building a good foundation for yourself, reward and fertility. So fertility for them babies. Oh, man. Okay, so let's see what happens with these. They're all face down. I hope it's still good energy. Let's see what happens, shall we? Somebody's going to try to come and seduce you. Bring this down. Somebody's going to try to come and seduce you. There's some lies. Somebody's going to try to tell you what to do with your life. If they're not already there, when all of this comes into your life, they're definitely going to be there with hands all out trying to tell you what to do with your situation. 4646, do not let them make you repeat that cycle. You got all of this going on over here. No. Because see, when you sit in this energy and you're not listening to these lies and these seductions from these other people, and you're trusting yourself and your own intuition, putting out this damn fire, because that's what this card is, all this fire. No, put that fire out because you want the good business sense. You're confident about yourself. You're magnetic, and you have people that are helping you because you're well-liked, you're loyal, and you're kind. You're enterprising, and you value your home and family life. That's you. But you either have people in your life right now trying to fuck that up, or, like I said, once you get all this, then that's when they're going to come out of the woodwork. All the snakes going to start slithering around trying to act like they were there for you the entire time. No, ma'am, you focus on yourself and the people that you know have been there for you. Use that discernment. Yes, nurturing. That Queen of Cups energy, exactly, to combat that shit. No, no, no. You can seduce and lie all you want to. The collective is over here nurturing themselves. Thank goodness, because last night this card was in reverse. So some of you guys getting the message. The hardships finally hitting you. Making choices based on your own sincere feelings at this time. Starting to imagine a future and your dreams coming true. You're empathetic to yourself. Maybe a person that's interested in occult matters, spirituality, and things of that sort. You're a deep feeling person. You're maternal towards yourself first and foremost, but you have the capability of being that way for other people, and that's going to play a very large role for you in the future. 4848, but don't let it play such a role that you end up in a repeat cycle, specifically if it's with a person that has been taking advantage of you being an empathetic person, especially if you're an empath and you have been going through a cycle with a specific person and they keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you keep on forgiving them. They keep seducing you with all these promises and all these lies and stuff. They keep burning bridges over and over with you, and you keep forgiving them and nurturing them instead of nurturing yourself. They are going to mess all of this up. They will burn all of this up real quick. No. This is Willow, Curious, Furious. This is Willow Smith, by the way. Doing her own thing. Yes, you need to be in that Queen of Cups energy and make decisions on your feelings. Let them seduce themselves with their own lies. You're curious about life and furious about the fact that they're still trying their bullshit. So yes, get over it now. Yeah, okay. Page of Cups. Some of you guys still dealing with the childhood issues. And at times, because you're still healing from it, it may make you feel like your dreams are not going to be attainable. So you fall into a pattern, maybe not making plans for tomorrow. If you're still dealing with someone that's triggering these childhood issues, even worse, they're creating bad news, bad situations in your life. And they are going to hinder your dreams because, once again, you're nurturing the wrong thing when you're focused on other people. You're supposed to be nurturing yourself, not this backwards energy over here. The backwards queen and the backwards page playing up in your face over here. No, nurture yourself. That's what this card is telling you. When you nurture yourself, that's when you get the security and the prosperity. Once again, I'm going to repeat it. This is the time that you focus on you and let them focus on themselves with their own stuff. Let them trigger themselves and bring their own bad news to them. If they don't want to do anything about their lives to turn themselves back upright and maybe come back into your life as a better version of themselves after they've taken the time to nurture themselves instead of expecting you to do it for them, no. You nurture yourself. It's not selfish. It's necessary. Okay, this last card, Nine of Wands, refusing to compromise or give in. Stubborn, rigid, obstinate. Last one, standing in a foolish defensive position, weakened immune system, and careless. So that's this energy over here. They don't want to. So if you're dealing with that energy from a person at this time, they don't really give a shit. They're really trying their hardest to get in the way of this by making you focus on them instead of focusing on themselves. If you're not dealing with a person at this time, then this is once again going to be your own energy. Which means that you're not organized right now. You're probably still dealing with a lot of childhood healing. And you're in your shadow side at this time. This is why you need to do the work so you can get out of it. You got to learn how to compromise. Stop being so stubborn. Some of you guys might be sick at this time because you're fighting life as well. Stress, low immune system. So please work on yourself. Nurture yourself. So I would try, but I'm like, I don't want a crap ton of the cards to come out. So let's see if I could get one, universe. Can I get one? Can I get one? You know what? I can. Death in reverse. Inability to move forward. Fear of beginnings. Repeating negative patterns. Resisting change and dependency. Which is the part of you guys that are still going to just keep going through it. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter how much this is flashed in your face. It doesn't matter how much the universe keeps telling you to focus on yourself. Empaths, I get it. I understand. I used to go through the pattern with my mother, but I had to learn how to nurture myself. And that was a relationship, unfortunately, that I had to let sever and let her do what she needed to do. Did I want it to happen? No. But for myself and what I want, I had to learn to nurture myself. So some of you guys may be in that situation as well with a family member, someone that you feel is your soulmate, but is probably a karmic relationship. You're having a hard time moving forward. You're so scared of life without this person or this situation that you're repeating negative patterns. You're resisting change and you're still very dependent on the situation. So I've told you guys what you need to do. If you are part of the collective that has done the work, then congratulations, you are about to have fulfillment. Wishes coming true, realizing dreams, happiness, cheerfulness, joy, positivity, optimism, satisfaction, success, abundance, prosperity, achievements and rewards, confidence, and high self-esteem and triumph. Of course, high self-esteem because you're working on yourself. Narcissists have fake self-esteem. They do it. It's overinflated ego because they are compensating for feeling inadequate about something. So don't let that be. You don't let your ego destroy you. Work on yourself. It might be hard, and this is Fools, my number. Well, the universe and divine told you, check in with them. Call them on their number and have a conversation and nurture yourself and fulfill yourself so you can have this security and this prosperity. I know you don't want to move on, some of you guys. I know it's hard. You're refusing at this time. You don't want to and you're scared. But I'm pretty sure you'd rather be happy than miserable, right? So you can either have the spiritual awakening, 55-55, and have these big changes that the universe wants to have for you, or you can keep on fighting it and just keep on continuously living a tower moment until you do get it. So I say I love you guys. I hope you got what you needed from this reading. Yeah, do the work, guys. I love you. Till next time.